The Cheshire Ring provides one of those delightful opportunities to make a circular tour around part of our canal system. In less than 100 miles, this exciting journey takes us onto 6 different waterways, spanning almost the whole of the canal era, from the very first 18th century canal, the Bridgewater, to one of the last narrow canals to be built, the Macclesfield. We join the ring at Hardingswood Junction between the Trent and Mersey Canal and the Macclesfield. We climb high into the Derbyshire Peak District and then take a detour along the Peak Forest Canal to Whaley Bridge. We drop down right into the heart of urban Manchester via the Ashton and Rochdale canals and then float out serenely across the open countryside of the Cheshire Plain on the Bridgewater and the Trent and Mersey canals, finally climbing the 26 locks of Heartbreak Hill to complete the ring. Hardingswood Junction is a strange setup. Although we need to travel north to join the Macclesfield Canal, we have to go through the towpath bridge to the south, travel parallel to the Trent and Mersey for a mile or so, and then turn north to cross it on an aqueduct. The all-powerful Trent and Mersey Canal Company had already been operating for half a century by the time the Macclesfield Canal was built. They saw the new canal as a threat and won the right to build a short arm out to meet it here at Hall Green and to charge a toll for its use. They also insisted that the bottom pound of the Macclesfield Canal should be maintained 6 inches higher than the summit pound of the Trent and Mersey Canal to avoid any possibility of water loss. They and the Bridgewater Canal trustees had frustrated efforts to link Macclesfield to the main canal system for over 60 years, so by the time the decision was eventually taken to build this canal in 1824, the Macclesfield Canal Company had also to consider whether or not to build a railway instead. It was in fact one of the last narrow canals ever built. The route was planned and surveyed by Thomas Telford, and the engineer was William Crossley. The canal was eventually opened to through traffic in 1831. The scenery here is dominated by Wilbraham's Folly, a castellated ruin atop Mow Cop. It was here that the primitive Methodists movement was born at an open-air meeting at the beginning of the 19th century. There are spectacular panoramic views across the Cheshire Plain from the top. The canal passes within a few hundred yards of Little Morton Hall. This is a magnificent example of a timber-framed house built for a substantial local family, the Mortons. With each story jetted out over the floor beneath, the building grows alarmingly in bulk as it rises from the ground. The house evolved gradually, its principal elements being erected in stages over a period of about 150 years. The earliest part of the building is the mid-15th century Great Hall, which stands at the very heart of the complex. Behind the house is a wonderful example of an Elizabethan knot garden. The scenery grows more rugged as we head towards Derbyshire and the Peak District National Park. The fell visible ahead is known as the Cloud, and it stands around 300 metres above sea level. The tiny village of Astbury is dominated by its church, which has a separate tower. Astbury was once the parish centre for nearby Congleton, but while Congleton flourished in the Industrial Revolution, Astbury was completely passed by. Today it's best known for its golf course, which spans right across the canal.